2 words, Revo Fitness. Here's a few more. Simple, 24/7, reformer Pilates, body scanners, massage chairs, squat racks, free weights, pin and plate loaded equipment, no lock-in contracts, no bullshit. All of that and more from just $9.69 a week. That's surprisingly affordable. Join now at Revo Fitness Mount Hawthorn or download the Revo Fitness app. RevoFitness.com.au or find the Revo Fitness app in the App Store.
Good morning, Melbourne.
Wakey, wakey.
Wake up, Melbourne. Jase and Lauren. Turn it up.
Start your morning the right way.
Gonna be great, gonna be a good day.
This is Jase and Lauren on Melbourne's Nova 100.
Well, good morning, everybody. Welcome to your Wednesday.
Good morning, Jason.
Good morning, Clint. We are Laurenless today. Poor thing's not well, so she is at home.
Yes. Get well, Lozzie.
It is the lads.
Yeah, it's the lads. Hey, how'd you sleep last night?
I actually woke up in the same bed, which...
Well, that's a bonus.
Well, it is.
Are you a bed hopper?
No, we got 3 young kids under 11, and
so they bed hop.
Oh, mate, there's mornings,
That's
Clint.
an early sigh.
I wake up and I'm like, where
am I?
I came in one of the kids' beds on the second floor. They must be in mine.
Do they have big beds or are they just single beds?
No, they've
Because what age do they graduate to a double?
This isn't like because we're high rollers or anything,
Yeah.
but they're in queen beds.
Oh my!
No, but hang on.
How old are they? What are you running a hotel there or something?
Hang on.
They got those lovely feather down pillows as well.
No, the 3-year-old's in a sink.
Into? What? Even the 3-year-old's
No,
in a queen bed?
No. The 3-year-old's just like.
I got a queen bed when I was 25.
Were you still at home?
Jase?
Were you still living at home?
Yes.
No. Because they're the beds we pass down. So the 11-year-old...
they're on your filthy mattress.
No, we've got like
with stains on
we've
it.
got a new mattress topper and everything.
Oh, that makes the world all right.
Had a priest come round and, de-sin it. But yeah, so the 11-year-old and the 8-year-old. Yeah,
what are you complaining about? There's plenty of room for you in there.
The downside is that family can come and stay and there's plenty of room.
Lots of room
yeah.
for family
I mean,
members.
if we had the racing car bed, the mother-in-law couldn't come all the time.
Yeah,
But
fair
we've
enough.
got the queen.
Well, you've buggered yourself.
I really have, haven't I?
Okay, so you can end up anywhere, really.
I could end up anywhere, Clint.
Really?
Anywhere. You bad sleep?
Same. I can end up
You don't, though. You always seem to end up back in your bed by yourself.
myself.
You know what I was thinking the other day, right? We're taking the show to Gather Round.
Yes.
Whole family holiday. Going to take a whole bunch of listeners. We're all on the plane together. We're staying at the hotel together.
Do I get to sleep in a queen bed?
No, I was going to say, you might meet the love of your life on this trip.
What, a AFL mascot or something?
You never know.
Jase, I went home with the magpie.
As long as it's not the Carlton mascot, because she freaks me out.
You're telling me. By the way.
Oh,
yeah.
Just on the mascot thing, you know how last week we were looking at the thing that they've born down in Tassie, the Tasmanian mascot,
yes.
right?
Did you see it?
Where it poops the football?
Oh, no, I haven't seen that.
Oh, yeah. So it eats the football. So so it looks like someone's gone down to Spotlight and dropped a couple of $100 and done like a giant paper mache Tasmanian devil. Is it a devil?
It's a devil, yeah, right. Yeah.
And it actually eats the football and then poops it out the back. I swear to God.
They're cooked down there.
They really are
cooked.
cooked.
Speaking of mascots,
yep.
Did you see the Rabbitohs mascot?
No.
Who got done for pushing a child while in costume?
Really?
The rabbit pushed a child
at the NRL.
And they had this whole big judiciary situation.
I'm on the rabbit side.
Where the rabbit, I can't remember what the rabbit's name was.
Right. It's the way those kids treat those mascots.
I know.
If I was in that thing, I had a mate of mine, he worked at Movie World and he would have to dress up as one of the characters. And there's like really strict rules. Like during summer, you can only be in it for 11 minutes. And then even if all kids are lined up for photos, it's like, nah, Daffy Duck's got to go. Otherwise, Daffy Duck's going to pass out.
Oh,
and sue Movie World.
Yeah, and that lycra is not good for the hot weather and the sweat.
Hey, look, we got a big show coming up today. Yes, your chance to win your way to Gather Round.
Love that.
Oh, did you see the news regarding the Geelong Cats mascot on the weekend?
No.
Oh,
Can you tell me about it?
I will after Teddy swims. I've got vision to show you. You're going to love this. Morning, everyone. This is Nova. You've got Jase, Lauren, and Clint, although we are minus Lauren this morning. Poor thing's not well. At home resting up. Sending our best. Just before the song, we were talking about mascots.
Yes.
Some of them freak me out.
Which one? Well, the new Tasmanian devil, which
Yeah.
looks like it's made out of paper mache.
One of my boys have a fear of mascots.
Oh.
Like I know we've
So you can't take...
No, it's fine from a distance, but like we've been at the openings of things before, and you know how companies will have different mascots.
Yeah.
You know, like
Yeah.
I don't think this is the one, but like Chemist Warehouse that have a giant pill come out. No, but you
don't have a giant pill.
But what I'm saying is like, and
Look,
we've
Felix, it's the pill. Go and say g'day. Oh, Daddy will. Hello, pill. Daddy loves a pill.
You know what I mean? I mean, like, so, and then when they get close, he's like, no, Dad, mascot.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, the reason I bring it up, this rattled me.
Yeah.
The Geelong Football Club.
Yep.
Do you know about...
I know. He's a bit different, isn't he?
Catman. Now, I'm not a cat guy.
No.
Catman.
Show me Catman.
Catman video was posted on the weekend.
Oh, hang on. Catman's out
I
of
was just wearing a nice fangs again because they got stolen. I still wear them because of my Catman persona.
Go cats! Meow! Meow! Shh, go cats! Go Geelong!
Catman got himself
killed a Geelong game.
some new fangs. So apparently Catman's...
Hang on.
Yep.
Hang on. Sorry, he's getting his actual... he's getting actual cat fangs installed permanently.
I hadn't seen Catman before.
Without the cat business.
Brody, our executive producer, was just saying that apparently he eats cat food at the games. Is that true?
He does. He eats
does
Whiskers
not.
cat food.
He does.
I have seen it. He's eaten Whiskers cat food.
Who's the Port mascot? You're a big Port boy.
We've got the lightning bolt.
I think I'd rather the Chemist Warehouse pill, to be honest.
Hang on. I just want to clear this up. So he's gone and he's done a sponsored post. Catman's done a sponsored post, and a dental group down Geelong Way has decided to install cat-like teeth into the gob. And their catchline is "Your dentist for every smile." Oh, Jase.
Yeah, I know, that really rattled me.
Oh my goodness gracious me.
Have we got the right mascots in the...
Yeah, I think we do. I think we do by and large. I mean, well, this fella...
Who's the Ds? Who have the Ds got?
They've got a couple of...
No, it'll be some
Flash. They've
sort
got
of...
Flash and Daisy.
Yeah,
Yeah, a
right.
couple of little demons.
Yeah, right, gotcha.
Catman. I'm lost for words. So what does he... When he's out of the cat paraphernalia...
Yeah.
And he's chowing down on his chicken parma.
You'll be like, Steve, are
Does he
you
use
Catman?
Does he use a knife and fork?
Well,
or
I
does
don't
he
know.
just-
You'll be like, Steve, are you Catman? No, you've got fangs. Are you
That's
sure?
Troy.
Troy. Don't reveal his real name. It's like Batman.
Oh, sorry.
Mate of mine used to have to... His after-school job was just dress up as a giant... I think it was like a bird or pelican, and he used to have to stand outside like pizza shops and
Yeah.
wave the sign like $5.95 pizzas tonight.
Honk your horn.
Yeah, honk your horn,
Yeah.
$6 pizzas.
Tell me more about the Chemist Warehouse pill.
I don't know. It was an example. It's just gone 11 past 6. Still to come, your chance to win your way to Teddy Swims and cash to go. No, we're doing a thanks to our mates at Shell Ready Express.
Oh, the Swannies. Jase has played that because yesterday I toddled out to Glenferrie Oval, which is the spiritual home of the Hawks. It's actually hard to believe that the Hawthorn Footy Club played their games there for many, many years.
Up until when?
Up until, I want to say, like the late 80s.
Yeah, right.
But it looks like just a park, Jase. It's
No
hard to believe
grandstands,
well,
no.
there's one grandstand, but it's a bit decrepit. But they used to cram 20,000 people there.
Sometimes those games are better, though, because you're right on the field.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know?
Well, he retired a Swans legend, but before that he won flags with the Hawks. I speak of Buddy Franklin. Now, yesterday was a special moment for Buddy because it was 3 years since this moment.
His accuracy was never in doubt as the roar from the stands shook the SCG. As fans surrounded the Swans champion, savouring a moment in Australian sporting history. While Franklin's wife and daughter cheered from the stands, one woman even scattered her nan's ashes on the hallowed turf.
That was, of course, his 1,000th goal
I
in
remember
AFL.
exactly where I was.
What
when
about
happened.
that? How wild at the SCG, scattering your nan's ashes.
Buddy didn't. That was somewhere in the crowd. Like,
Buddy
yeah.
didn't. Buddy was. There were high fives, there were hugs, there was a couple of players actually had to exit via an ambulance race and walk around the outside of the ground to get back into the
That's
change
right. They were
rooms.
arguing with security saying, well, I don't have a ticket. I'm in the outfit.
I'm playing.
I'm in the boots. I remember I was at my mate Instanate's house and it was just up the road and Lou, my wife, was like, can you hurry up and come home? And I said, I'll be home at the end of the game. And then that happened and it took them about half an hour to get everyone off the field.
Well,
and I was like, well, there's an extra 30 minutes I'm allowed out.
there were people picnicking on
Yeah,
the
it was
ground.
crazy scene.
So it's hard to believe that was 3 years since that moment. Well, yesterday, Buddy sort of re-emerged. He's back in a footy sense because he's now the ambassador for what they're labelling as Superkick. Now, Superkick is effectively Auskick for older kids from 9 to 12. So they're trying to establish Auskick as being for the little kids and then Superkick being for the bigger little kids, if you get my drift.
At the moment, what do they pretty much go from Auskick to clubs?
Well, it's just been badged Auskick all the way along, but
Auskick's a scam.
why do you say?
No, I was going to get the boys into Auskick, and then when you fill out the registration form, it's like how much of a Intuit parent do you want to be? And then there's a big
you've gotta
drop down menu,
volunteer.
and it's like volunteer
Yeah,
coaching.
well, you should be
volunteer.
goal umpire.
You've got to scroll so far down just want to be a parent.
What about canteen operator or something
Yeah,
like
I'd give that a crack. I'd do the barbecue.
Anyway, Buddy was out and about. Now he's sort of not. I don't want to say reclusive, but he's chosen to obviously be the family man that he didn't get as much opportunity to be when he was playing. So he's sort of he's just been spending time with Jacinta, with Rocky, his little boy, and Tallulah. But he re-emerged yesterday, and my interaction with him was something that I'll remember forever because he had this beautiful aura about him. He was so relaxed. He was so happy.
Had you had the chance to meet him before?
Yeah, I'd met him a couple of times, but this is Buddy Franklin. He just seemed really happy, which made me happy.
I remember coming down here as a skinny 17-year-old kid, and then now coming back over 20 years later, definitely brings back some special memories. I still love having a kick, obviously, with my little boy and my little girl, just having that connection with them. I think there's nothing better.
I like Buddy.
I do too, and this now he's now a dad, you know, and he's loving it, which I just love as well.
Did he go through a bit of a dark time? I know he had some depression issues and stuff like that. I remember
He did
talking
take
about.
a little bit of time away from the game at one stage.
Hey, is he blown out?
No. He's big, he's big as in he's got a big presence. He's got an amazing
Oh,
aura about
not
him.
dad bod.
And when he shakes your hand,
Oh.
it's one of the biggest hands I've ever shook. To be honest,
Terrible with a handshake.
why?
I forget that's my chance to, and then I end up.
You don't want to Mark Latham him.
No. I
Remember
don't.
that when Mark Latham swung Johnny Howard around?
I don't think there's any fear of me, Mark Lathaming, Buddy Franklin.
Anyway, it's good to see you back, buddy. And as I say, Superkick ambassador. Sign your kids up
Giddy up!
and the parents for
It is.
canteen duty.
It's just gone 25 past 6. Morning, Melbourne. Gracie Abrams. That's so true. You are listening to Nova 100. You're on the air with Jase and Lauren. Clint in this morning. Loz is off. She's not well. She's at home resting. She always goes a bit hard on budget night.
Oh, she loves budget night.
Loves budget night.
Hey, the good news is there's something in that budget, I reckon, for almost everybody.
Question.
Yes. Question. I didn't watch it.
It wasn't my question.
I was going to set an alarm.
What were you watching instead?
I love budget night.
Oh, of course you do. God almighty.
Now, Chris Collar from the 9 newsroom is going to join us a little bit later.
Because, you know, when we hear like, oh, we're going to get 500 back and we're going to save money here, is it money we have to apply for?
Well, I dare say that you're probably in the wrong threshold for it.
I feel like I own a bunch of franchises when it comes to childcare. They take so much from you.
Oh, yeah.
But you know what I mean?
It will come through in the tax return, basically. They adjust your tax return accordingly. Or your tax rate.
Right.
So you're not seeing that money. It's not a
For
physical...
another year.
Exactly. It's more you'll save that money as opposed to getting it.
I will hold my questions for the financial expert.
You probably should. There'll be energy bill relief as well, I'm pleased to say.
7 this morning.
Okay. Now, earlier in the show, Jase, you shocked me. You rattled me to my core because we were talking about your kids and not. It started out as how they sleep, but then it graduated to where they sleep.
I wake up and I'm like, where
am I?
I came in one of the kids' beds. They must be in mine.
Do they have big beds or are they just single beds?
No, they've
because what age do they graduate to a double?
This isn't like because we're high rollers or anything, but they're in queen beds.
Oh my!
No, but hang on.
How old are they?
The 3-year-old's in a single.
What? Even the 3-year-olds?
No.
The
3-year-old's just like.
I got a queen bed when I was 25.
Okay, I just want to clarify.
No. It's like a hotel. You're living in Crown Towers.
They're hand-me-down beds. So like. One of them's in like my original queen bed. The other one's in.
How original was it?
Oh, like before
you did the business in it.
No, before Lou and I got together. So I had a queen
even
bed,
worse.
and then my wife had a queen bed. So I guess it's whoever I did the business in mine, whoever she did the business in her.
So, geez, you don't want those mattresses to talk, do you?
God, that'd ignite.
I can't believe you put your kids in the queen beds that you both soiled.
You just put a mattress topper on. And it's good to go.
That's disgusting.
How old were you when you got a queen bed? Because you know there's the single, but then there's the
Mum and Dad told me
king single. There's the king single.
Mum and Dad said, I think I was about 16 maybe, and they said if you want a queen bed, you're gonna have to buy one.
What about a double? Queen's quite a jump for a 16-year-old.
From a single to a queen. Well, the double's just a bit small, isn't it?
It really is.
I think I was in a single until I moved out. Which was like...
How old were you when you moved out?
I moved to Bendigo to be a cadet journalist. I was 18.
Okay, all right.
And that's when I bought one. Hand on heart.
Did you do the Fantastic Furniture $1,000 package where you get the kitchen table, the bedside table?
I went to Mattresses Galore.
Yes. For $1,000, can I deck my house out?
How old were you?
This is going to sound even worse. I remember getting a queen bed when I was like 15, but it was a hand-me-down from my sisters, and that was a hand-me-down from my parents.
Oh, that's just... What are you doing? That's disgusting.
They're fine.
Why do you love sleeping in other people's juices?
Can I ask the team? Brody, executive producer, how old were you when you were out of a single?
I was about 19 when I progressed.
That's a long time in a single.
One of my friends, Fat Ben, was in a single in a share house, and he was like 26.
Yeah, that's a hard no.
You can't be doing that. Even when you go to a hotel and you cop the single.
Oh, you know what I had the other day?
Your feet poke out the end.
I was when we went to Brisbane for the night, it was the middle of the night, and I started tossing and turning in the middle of, it was just me up there, and I was in like a queen bed, but I started to roll in the middle, and the bed started giving away. It was 2 singles pushed together, and it was like, it's quicksand.
Oh, no, I'm in the crack.
I'm
in the crack. Get me out.
13, 24, 10. Can we find the oldest person in a single bed?
Yes. Well, there's going to be...
There'd be apprentices on the job site.
Yep.
How old are you, and are you still in a single bed?
There's no shame in it.
Yeah, there is.
No, there's not.
By
Don't
all
shame
means,
them.
job someone in as well. If you got an apprentice on the job site this morning, hey, Barry, you're 40, you're still in a single bed?
What about if you're a mum? Shame your son or daughter.
13 24 10 is our number. In return, we had a lot of free stuff to go. How about $200 Kogan vouchers? Kogan.com helps you get what you want for less. Now, that is clicking awesome.
Well, you can use the Kogan voucher to buy yourself a double or a queen
Good
bed.
call!
Huh?
Good
It's like
call.
an upgrade system.
What do you think is the appropriate age that it's time to step up and move on?
Well, certainly not 10 like your kids.
I would love a 25-year-old still in a racing car bed.
Or bunks, single bunks.
My feet keep hitting the spoiler. 13, 24, 10. How old are you? And he is still in a single bed. We are talking big people in small beds.
On 13, 24, 10, Jase, this all stems from the fact that you declared that your children, pint-sized children, are in queen beds.
Again, they're hand-me-downs. Nothing annoys me more than getting on a plane.
Yeah.
And you have to walk through the business class area to get to your seat right down the back, and then some rich person's got their kid sitting in a business class
lounging,
seat. And I'm like, look at your little legs in that giant seat.
Holding a glass of champagne.
Meanwhile, I'm looking for 29F.
Okay, 13, 24, 10 to join the show. How old are you, and are you still in a single bed?
I just got a text from a mate of mine, Instanath. He's a tradie.
Is he in a single bed?
No. He said, I was at a customer's house last week. She would have been in her 40s and only had a single bed. Paige in Hastings.
So much room.
Tell us about your friend.
This was about 5 years ago.
Yep.
We're all at his place for, I think it was a pool party, and he was 27, and we're all talking, and something about beds came up.
Yeah.
And his dad pipes up and says, mate, you can't talk. You're 27 years old and you're in a race car bed.
Oh, there it is. A race car bed.
And it was legit?
It was legit. We all went and had a gig, and it's still a stickler.
Paige, can I ask, if you were out in a club one night and you met a nice gentleman and went back to his place,
he dragged you home.
He had a racing car bed, would you do a Yui and leave, or would you stay?
I would not stay.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Oh, you probably would for the thrill of it, wouldn't you?
Alex in Tullamarine. What's your story?
I got four brothers, and we all sleep in single beds. And
lined up next to each other?
Yeah, we got 3 in one room and 2 in the other. And at night times, if someone farts, it's on.
That sounds like a backpackers. Are you all still at home?
Yeah, all still at home, yeah. And we're all 6 foot plus.
So your feet hang off the end?
What are they, king singles? Surely.
Yeah, king singles.
They're king singles.
That's
well.
fine. That's so
living.
much roomier.
That's living.
Alex, come on. It's time to grow up.
Any plans for you boys to move out?
Oh, well, I'm moving out soon in a couple of months.
Yep.
Are you going to take your single bed with you?
Maybe for a spare room, just in case I miss it.
Oh, the spare room.
Have any of you had guests back?
No, you can't. It's impossible.
Yeah, right. He's trying.
No.
It's like airline toilets. I don't know how that gets done.
Well,
people have, the Mile High Club.
There's not a lot of room to move, is there?
Absolutely not.
Julia, good morning. Set the scene for us. Who is it? Is it you or someone else?
So it's my brother, my 38-year-old brother.
No.
He still sleeps in his bed that he got when he was out of a cot, and it's got the teddy bear engraved in the bed head.
Oh, hang on. Has he got this in his house, or is he still at home?
No, he still lives at home with mum and dad.
He's 38.
Yeah. Mummy's boy.
Is he,
does he have a partner?
Is he single?
No, so he did have a partner for 2 years, and yeah, time told and broke up.
Well, she couldn't sleep over. There was no room. That's
ways from the bed.
What was that? Sorry.
Couldn't part ways from the bed.
Yeah, right. He picked the bed over the girl.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's bad and wrong. That's you know what? See you later.
See, that worries me because I've got 3 boys, and I hear that and I go, oh no. I thought when they hit 18, I get my life back and I go on cruise ships. That worries me. 38.
Why does that worry you? Your boys are in queen beds. They're living. They are living.
That's a good point. They got one leg out the door already.
They are in Crown Towers.
Hey, I'll tell you what, Julia. We're going to buy your brother a double bed.
Sounds good.
Because we think it's time for him to step up and move out.
You and me both,
right.
Jase?
Yeah, I want to be clear. We're not getting him his own unit or anything like that. We're just getting the bed.
But he has to buy his own Manchester.
Yeah.
Right? He has to go down to Adair's.
What's Manchester? Oh, my God. I remember when Lou and I first got together. We've been together for like 20 years now. And she came over and she's like, yeah, we're going sheet shopping tomorrow. Oh. I remember dragging me off to, what's the fancy sheets?
Sheridan?
Yes. And I'm like, you want me to spend what on a pillowcase?
Do you know what can go? That funny little top sheet.
I don't do the top sheet. No.
See you later. That's too confusing.
I'm a fitted sheet.
Fitted sheet,
and a doona,
cover.
and I'm
See
good to
you
go. Well, good morning, Melbourne. Just gone 7:07. Hey, the old air show is on in Geelong. Protest going on as well.
Already some dramas out there this morning. They gathered, the protesters that is, around 7 o'clock, so around now. and a big police presence. So if you're heading down that way, just allow a bit extra time because I know the Princess Freeway is there's a few roadblocks.
I have a stupid question regarding the air show. Can you just not buy a ticket and look up? Do you know what I mean?
So just park somewhere close.
Yeah, and look up.
There's a whole lot of like you can go inside planes.
Gotcha.
And,
Okay,
do
right. That makes sense.
simulators
Gotcha.
and,
Yeah.
buy little models and all that sort of stuff.
Right. Oh, well, you need to buy the model.
Yeah.
Hey, speaking of police, coming up this hour on the show, we are going to be probing the Popo.
Yeah.
We've got our friendly police officer, Cheesy, in the house.
He's very cheeky. I love him.
You can ask whatever you want.
Yeah.
In fact, you can register now, 13 24 10, if you have a question for the police.
Also, listen. Sorry.
I want to know what the percentage is when it comes to the speeding window. You know
Wasn't
what I mean?
it-
So, like,
yeah,
in a
right,
60
right.
zone, if you're doing like 62,
Yeah.
do they bust you?
I thought it was like,
I thought it was 10%.
oh, that's a lot, isn't it? I think I always think if you're doing 100 and it's 103, I think that's about right, isn't it?
That's what I thought, yeah. If
But you probably should just stay under the
Absolutely,
limit.
of course, yeah, of course.
That'll be
so-
Cheesy's advice.
Exactly. So he's joining us after 7:30 this morning. You'll notice we are minus Loz. The poor thing is resting up. Big night celebrating the budget.
Yes. Wasn't it exciting?
Well, I didn't really get it, so we're going to get an expert to explain it to us.
And he's big on Instagram. My friend Chris Cole is going to join us. Very handsome as well for a finance guy.
Is that why he's big on the gram?
I think so.
Right. We're going to break down the budget, make it nice and easy. Tell us how much we're getting. We'll find out next. It is Jase and Lauren, Clint here as well. We're minus Loz today. Poor thing is off. You are listening to Nova as we do it thanks to Shell Ready Express. And still to come this morning, you're listening out for the horn.
I've got the power. The soul power rests with me, Jase.
At some point, Clint will blast the footy horn when he does. Give us a ring and you guarantee a spot on our flight to Gather Round. We're doing a family trip. Flights, the games, we're all going together.
Yeah, Jase is in charge of the hospitality. I want to talk about the budget, the federal budget. We've got to get excited about it, Jase. Are you excited?
Not really. I don't understand.
Well, there's a lot in it for you. Luckily, I've got someone standing by who can explain it all. And he does it very well on his Instagram. Have you seen his Instagram?
Yes.
He's got 513,000 followers. What about that?
Not bad.
Chris Kohler joins us, my colleague and 9 News finance editor. Good morning to you, Chris.
Morning, guys. How you going?
We're good. Are you a bit sore? Did you celebrate last night?
Yeah.
Budget night for a finance guy
What's
would
it
be
like?
big.
Yeah, no, it's famously the nerds kind of let their hair down after the budget is wrapped up. You work till about 10 and then a couple of beers, but no, I think it was pretty tame. Everyone behaved themselves.
Does the treasurer let his hair down?
It's a good question. I don't know. I mean, you don't want to be caught smoking cigars or anything like that anymore after
Remember Joe Hockey
that sort of thing went down.
got the cigar out?
Did he?
Post-budget?
What, like I've done it?
Yeah,
I'm the man.
I am the big money man.
He sort of looked like the Monopoly man as well. Hey, Chris, break it down for us. Like a lot of the time we hear we're going to save here and we're going to get more money back in our pocket here and there. Is it money this year we're going to have to apply for, or is it more just going to affect our tax returns in a year's time?
Yeah, that's certainly the showpiece of this one, Jason. I mean, the whole kind of secret with this budget was these new tax cuts that we're going to be getting. Now, when people hear about tax cuts, they want to know when, they want to know how much. And unfortunately, the news on those fronts is not that great. We're talking about them being phased in from mid-next year. And once it's all fully up and running, we're talking about $20 a month for the average earner. So while it sounds pretty good when you say it as, $536 in your back pocket next year or the year after, I think for most people it's going to be just a little bit of help, not coming to the rescue.
Keeping in mind, we've just had a tax cut, have we not?
Yes, we have, and the federal government's very keen to talk to you about the stage 3 tax cuts that were coming in. They were implemented in first place from the coalition, and they just sort of rolled on through. So people have been saving money. This was a bit of a sweetener. This is an election budget. This is a sort of a do-no-harm budget.
Right.
Yeah, so look, the tax cuts are a big one. The other thing they really wanted to talk about was non-compete clauses, which is something that we hadn't really been thinking that much about. But it turns out apparently people like hairdressers, hospitality staff and tradies, 3 million Australians have had these clauses in their contract that stop them looking for better paychecks at a competitor. Government wants to make that completely illegal. So that was another thing we weren't really expecting.
Yeah, right. Just back on the...
I wonder if it applies to radio non-compete clauses.
We're not leaving. We're happy where we are.
We ain't leaving.
We ain't leaving.
Ever.
We're not going through that again. You mentioned how we won't really see this till mid-next year, right? And correct me if I'm wrong, Does that mean they could come out this time, say if Albo gets voted back in, right? They could come out next year in the budget and totally change what they're promising again, couldn't they? So what they're actually telling us we're going to get now, we may never see.
Look, they will stick by this. The coalition, on the other hand, says that they're not going to do this tax cut. So it's very much a vote for us, and you get,
because they get a reply. They get a budget reply, don't they?
That's right. So Angus Taylor is going to be handing that out pretty soon. He came out very hard last night saying that this is a terrible budget. Of course, you'd expect him to say that. But interestingly, he said we're not going to match these tax cuts, which is a bit of an odd move, some would say, in the lead up to an election.
Else in their back pocket.
You would think so. We haven't heard any detail on that, but he says that this is not enough. The big thing for the federal government is that they don't want to get in the way of interest rate cuts. We've got potentially up to 3 more rate cuts coming before the end of the year. I mean, that could be worth $270 a month. The last thing the government wants to do is spark inflation and kick the whole thing off again.
Hey, Chris, what about power bills?
Yep, there's going to be some energy rebates. They're going to roll that out further. That means another $150 off your power bill this year, and they're going to keep that rolling. That's going to be helpful for households and small businesses. So certainly that's a big part of it. Bulk billing incentives was another one that's being boosted, so more free trips to the doctor.
Oh, yeah, but trying to find it. Sorry to cut you off, but trying to find a doctor at bulk bills, though, that's the challenge.
Well, that's the thing. So they're trying to broaden this so that more doctors will be incentivised to do it. The problem is you can't find anyone who bulk bills. Yeah, that's the thing that the government's trying to address.
What about childcare? Because I know, in our little circle of friends, and to be honest, we're sort of at this point as well. My wife wants to go back to work, and we're working it all out. And we're like, sometimes it's actually not worth going back to work because the money you're pouring away in childcare.
Yeah, they're deliberately targeting that one too, Jase. They're saying secondary workers should be able to go back to work and not dump all of their money into childcare costs. So they're trying to boost that subsidy and broaden it as well, which is already quite big. They're trying to make it sort of better, I suppose. They're trying to sort of tweak it around the edges to make sure that it actually works and is fit for purpose. So that's another big one for sure.
Because it's an issue that comes up. I mean, we've had 3 kids and we've jostled with this every time, and I know a lot of friends are in the same boat. That, like my wife for her mental health wants to get out of the house and get back to work, but sometimes it's not worth it. You sit there going, what are we going to make? $50 at the end of the week by the time we pay for it? It's crazy.
Oh, absolutely. The whole income goes, and then the problem is you spend time out of the workforce because you say it doesn't matter, and then by the time you've entered back in when the kids are a little bit older, you lose time in the workforce, you lose super. It's not a good result. So the government's definitely trying to help.
Chris is in the trenches himself now. A dad for a second time, just a few weeks back. Congratulations, mate.
Thank you very much. Yeah, look, I was in the lockup while they were going down last night, and my wife was the one in the trenches, so she did very well to get everybody down to bed.
Hey, Chris, your old man, of course, a wise man, ABC finance editor for many, many years. Does he still...
It'll be a fun Christmas at your family's joint.
Here's Chris, who is following in his father's footsteps.
Party!
Was it what he was doing on the telly that inspired you?
Yeah, I grew up watching him. I mean, I grew up watching him on the ABC, which is a bit of a weird one. But look, he's done a lot of budgets in his time, my goodness. He wrote for newspapers, back when they were doing it on typewriters. So things have changed a little bit.
And
but
here you are on
he was
Instagram.
Very supportive.
God, imagine playing Monopoly at that family house.
No.
Don't buy Park Lane. Mate, it's a bad investment, Chris. You
could never swindle any cash from the bank, could you?
God, no. Absolutely not. Hey, Chris, we appreciate your time this morning, mate. We know it's busy, but thanks for breaking it down for us.
Of course. Anytime.
Chris Collar News on Instagram. Hit him up.
Yeah.
He's very popular.
He is very popular. A lot of mums in the burbs trying to save a bit of coin online, let me tell you. It is just gone 20 past 7, and we are talking bad boys. I'll tell you what, 13, 24, 10, if you're a lady out there in Melbourne who has a thing for bad boys or has had a thing, can you let us know?
I don't know what it is.
Let us know what it is.
As a clean skin myself, Jase, I'm as far departed from a bad boy as there is.
Would you like to think you're a bad boy or not?
There's just nothing about me that's bad. I mean, what is it? Am
I a bad boy?
You absolutely are not.
I'll tell you what, if you join us on the air, I've got $200 Anaconda vouchers up for grabs. Pay less so you can play more this Easter thanks to Anaconda. 13, 24, 10. What is it about bad boys that you like, ladies? Give us a call.
What you gonna do when they come for you?
This is all off the back of Married at First Sight, Channel 9's big reality TV show. One of their alumni, Eden Harper, has been called out for spending a little bit too much time with this season's bad boy, a bloke by the name of Adrian. Now, Adrian has been dating Athena on the show, but it's been a real chaotic relationship, and he's just a bit of he's a bit of a dropkick, to be honest.
See, I've always had this theory, right? Because I've got 3 older sisters, so I had a front row seat to watch the people they had dated.
Well, they would date clean skins. They're good girls.
No. See, my theory is, and by all means, again, ladies.
Oh, because you were so intimidating.
No.
Wait till you meet my brother.
He's 3 because there's a huge age gap. My philosophy is girls like to hook up with a bad boy, but marry.
Is that why we didn't
marry
get
a good?
much?
Yes, but settle down with a good boy.
Yes, it explains my drought right now.
Exactly right.
Yes.
Exactly. You're just waiting. For them to go.
I've got to turn bad, Jase.
Yeah, I've had it. No.
I should turn bad.
No, you just got to hold out. You're the good guy. You're the guy that they will come to.
I get the scraps.
Yes.
Oh,
when they're
delightful.
When they're finished having fun, they'll go, I need to settle down.
What a time to be alive.
I need security.
Oh.
Do you like
they come for my money?
Do you like a bad girl?
No. Absolute clean skin.
Exes in the past. Have you dated a couple of teachers?
Oh, don't. Yeah, like nurses.
Yeah, right.
Nurses.
Oh, you like to be looked after.
Yes. Minus the outfit.
Right. Sarah, good morning.
We've got one.
Good morning.
Clint's so glad you rang because he knew I had more questions.
I was so sheepish, Sarah. You're not a nurse, are you?
No.
Okay.
Clint likes to be looked after.
Okay, Jase, okay. But you love bad boys, Sarah.
Used to. Reformed bad boy lover.
Right. Okay. So is it like my philosophy? You like to party and hook up with bad boys, but you want to settle down with a good boy?
I would. The end is right. The start is not. Not really a party girl. Never have been, but it's more living life on the edge. Dangling from a cliff. You could fall. You could survive and have a interesting, wonderful story.
What is it about a bad boy?
Is
you
it
like?
a turn on, or what is it?
Or is it tattoos? Is it someone that's in trouble with the police? Is it
how
I
bad?
think it's a little bit more self-sabotage when you get down to the bottom of it all.
Oh, you like to fix people.
Yes. So that's what we come from formerly, and now we've learned our lesson.
That's the stage I went through when I was younger.
Oh, jeez.
I'd be attracted to bad girls because I'd think I'm going to try and help fix. Yeah, it's a lot of work.
Oh, good on you, Mother Teresa.
It's a lot of work.
Thank you very much.
So, Sarah, you say you're a form now.
Yes.
So, did you meet a good boy?
A very, very good boy.
Oh, that's
Very,
boring.
very good boy. So
No.
it is compared to the past, but good's bad.
Yeah,
Good's
right.
better and bad's bad.
I dated a girl once. I never got my head around this, right? I dated a girl once and I found out her ex-boyfriend, right?
Yeah.
Was Kobe Aberton. Now, Kobe is
Sounds like a bad boy.
It's one of the bra boys from Sydney.
Like Maroubra.
They're the Maroubra surf gang, right? They're real badass.
Notorious.
Yep. There was a documentary Russell Crowe voiced on them, like notorious bad boys. You Google, Brody, can you Google, because I want to show Clint.
I reckon covered in tats.
So, this girl I was dating, right? And this is me, like early 20s, good boy, used to have a bird, Avery. How do you
a ginger bloke with a bird Avery. How sexy.
A chubby ginger man with a bird Avery in the suburbs of Brisbane
versus
how do you
a bra boy with tattoos. Oh my goodness. Yeah, you ain't him. He's got one of those circular neck tattoos that go right across the chest. Oh my goodness. And he's got a rig on him as well.
You know the Home and Away boys?
Oh, yeah.
That's who it's based on.
Is it?
The Bra Boys, yeah.
The Home and Away?
Look at his chest.
I know.
God, look at the six-pack. Closest thing I get to that is the ones I've got in the fridge, the Stone and Wood at home.
You get one through the drive-through, that's for sure. Oh, Jase.
So I was obviously the good boy after dating the bad boy. Yeah.
Everyone needs one.
Yeah, they really do.
Everyone needs
It's
one.
just gone 28 to 8. Coming up, we're going to check your run to work, time saver traffic, and then we are probing the popo. It's just Jase and Clint, but we're joined by this man.
That's the sound of the police. You
let's start talking. Jason Lawrence.
Answer me!
Probe the Popo.
Tell me what you know.
Every couple of weeks, we get members in from the Victorian Police. We love you guys, and we love this man, Superintendent Wayne Cheeseman, otherwise known as Cheesy, our friendly resident cop. Morning, Cheese.
Good morning, Jase. Good
He's
morning,
very
Clint.
friendly, isn't he?
He is.
Unless you see him on the front line.
Although I was just saying off the air, Cheesy, I feel like I could outrun you.
Are you having a go at my weight?
No.
or-
I'm just...
You know
You
what?
probably could.
You say you're undercover fit. He's really undercover fit.
No, I feel like you'd sit in the chair and just try and get me with the taser.
I'm probably lucky, Jase, because I could send one of the young constables to chase
Oh, that's what it is. Go get him. Go get him.
Cheese, down Avalon Way today, there is a big police presence because the Avalon Air Show officially kicks off. There's a whole lot of exhibitors there that are going to sort of elicit a bit of a response from a certain demographic when it comes to protest. How have police sort of tackled that and prepared for it?
So we have an acceptance that everybody's got a right to protest.
Yeah,
That's the
100%.
first thing. The police role in that is to make sure everybody is safe while that protest is happening. So the people who are working there, the protesters and the police were all safe. So we look at all the intelligence leading up and we plan accordingly. I won't go into the numbers we've got down there, but we've got sufficient numbers down there that we are satisfied that, yes, there will be protest activity. It's an emotional topic because it's often an anti-war type theme, given them what's going on in the world today. But we're comfortable that we've got enough people down there, enough experience down there that we'll be able to ensure that the protesters are separate to the general public coming in. We'll facilitate entry and things like that, and everybody will be safe while the protesters have their say.
Do you find, because I remember they were protesting
It's land forces.
out South Melbourne, near Crown there, when the big gathering was happening
really
at the convention
kicked
centre. And sometimes I feel for the people protesting because I sometimes go, is there just a couple of bad eggs in the bunch? Do you know what I mean? That are treating cops bad. That like I saw them throwing bottles, at the
horrific.
horses and stuff like that. And then it sort of takes the power away of what they're actually protesting for. Do you find most of them are pretty well behaved?
No, so I work down there. So from the experience on that very first day, there are a lot of genuine people who just want to have their say and say
that's
we're
what I mean,
anti-war. So you get, mum and dad, grandma, grandpa. Within that group, though, there are professional protesters, professional agitators. That's exactly right. And they come often looking for a confrontation.
Yeah, right.
So they're all together. So that very first day, it got willing.
Yep.
The police went strong against the protest group. And then we found the next day that the numbers of the protest group were a lot less. And I think what happened is those general protesters said, we don't want to be part of this, and they removed out of it. But so we just had the core group then for the rest of the time.
If you got a question for Cheesy, by the way, 132410, about any aspect of Victoria Police, can I just quickly, just one more on Avalon? If you've got mums, dads clearly planning to head down the Princess Highway, take their kids to have some fun, to see it, what's your advice to them? Business as usual?
I would say still come. There is a police presence there. We have traffic management plans. The organisers have got a really good plan in relation to getting people in and out. There won't be any problem. I encourage you to go and see the planes. It's a great thing to watch. Some of the planes are amazing.
Yeah.
So
Gotta
I would
get
say
some
just
numbers.
go there and the police will ensure that you have a safe passage in and out and there won't be any problems.
Great.
All right, questions for Cheesy. 132410. Nothing's off limits. Question. Is there a percentage when it comes to us getting done for speeding? Like, for example, say if I'm in an 80 zone and I'm doing 84, would you get me?
I think you're done 84 and an 80.
So can I just, I'll answer your question, but we encourage people to stay within the speed limit.
Which is what I told him, Cheesy.
100%.
So that is my message to all your listeners. Stay within, because we're seeing too many deaths on the road. If we were looking at 300 homicides a year, there'd be outrage. But unfortunately, deaths on the road is a big problem with Victoria. And it's not just speed; it's distracted driving often, and other reasons, vulnerable road users, etc. So my message is clear: stick to under the speed limit or under. However, in answer to your question, there is a legislated
buffer
variance of a couple of kilometres an hour.
Right.
So if you're doing 82 in an 80 zone, you're probably not going to get a ticket.
Right.
But please, I ask you to say
hang on, just follow-up question, because my mother-in-law, there's a good chance
of course she was driving.
I'll die by the time we get to our destination because she drives so slow. Can you get busted for driving too slow?
So we see that all the time. So,
Yeah, right.
so I don't know if you can get busted for going too slow.
Lock her up, Cheese.
But we might pull you over and just say, can you just increase it to 50 in a 60 zone rather than 40?
Gotcha. You know where it happens with the old you creep over just a touch without noticing? It's in the tunnel. Because it's all downhill.
It's the lights.
Oh, the lights.
You're trying to keep up with the lights.
I know.
Yes.
But also,
I
you're like,
agree.
whoa, jeez. Back it off.
Yeah. Can you guys get done in a police car?
Oh, no, definitely we can get done in the police
Yeah,
car.
right.
Unless we're using it for policing purposes, we pay fines like everybody else.
Yeah, right. And then do you cop a bit of you cop a bit of heat at the police station that day when the fine comes in?
Not really, but we do even with the young I shouldn't say young, the people who are on the vans, if they get done by a camera and it's over a certain speed, all of those are reviewed internally.
Right.
And if there's no excuse, we would issue tickets to the members on the van if they've got no lawful excuse for speeding. So
imagine losing your license and I'm like, I've got to be the passenger of the van today. I can't drive the police van.
We try and put the safety of our own members at the forefront of our thinking as well.
Yeah,
when we're
right.
assessing those.
Smart. Because I got a mate of
Smart
mine
and wise, Jase. That is our cheesy.
I got a mate of mine who's an ambo, and I didn't know, but there's only certain percentages over the speed limit they can go when they're racing to an emergency.
Depends on the lights and sirens.
Yeah, but even that, there's only like certain percentages.
So we have different classes of licenses depending on the training, and that's the same with us. If you've got a certain class, you can only go, maximum 25 over the speed limit.
Right.
Others can go higher, like the highway patrol cars, etc.,
Gotcha.
who are chasing. So there is some strong governance around that in the way we can drive.
Also, they get to drive the nice BMWs, I've noticed.
They do. Yes, they do.
You're in the trucks. Cheesy is in the house, our resident policeman. If you have any questions, 13 24 10. We'll come back and hit the phones next on Nova. All right, our friendly police officer Cheesy is in the house. We are doing Probe the Popo. 13 24 10.
There's one on hold that you're going to love.
Is it the third line down?
Yes.
Yes. Anything
the blood will be boiling.
Anything you want to ask, Cheesy, that you want to know about the Victorian Police, give us a ring. What's the most common question you get from people when they find out you're a copper?
The most common question really is around traffic, and around the speed limit and getting tickets. Everyone has a real interest in am I going to get a ticket for this? Am I going to get a ticket for that? Well, I think if people, for me, my experience is if people pull over and they apologetic, they don't realise they're respectful, I'm really sorry, which is not that common these days, to be honest. Often we get the other way.
Yeah.
Like I've said before, I think, a warning can have just the desired effect.
Yeah, 100%.
I think there's not many people now that when the police pull them over speak to us respectfully. That's the honest truth.
staggering.
Which is sad.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like when I was getting brought up, it's like, mate, you would not talk bad or look bad towards a cop.
Well, I'm the grandson of a police sergeant, Jase. It's hard to believe.
What went wrong?
I know. Jeez, that went wildly off the road.
Do you still ask, is there any reason you were speeding?
We asked for the reason, of course.
Yeah. I've gotten out of a ticket twice. Once was Lou was 8 months pregnant, and she was yelling at me because she wanted a Kit Kat. And the cops pulled me over, and I'm like, he goes, any reason? I'm like, yeah, my wife's yelling because she wants a Kit Kat. She's 8 months pregnant. The cop looked in, saw her belly, and then looked up and went, I had a kid 2 weeks ago. Get her a Kit Kat, drive slower. I was like, no worries. And then the other time was I was running late for an interview with Kevin Rudd when he was the Prime Minister. And the cops pulled me over, and I'm like, I'm actually running late. I've got the interview at the PM around the corner. And they obviously would have known the PM was in town and around the corner. I think they felt for me because I was.
believe you name dropped Kevin Rudd to get out of a speeding ticket.
Well, I think they felt for me because I'm like, you got to spend time with him. The least we can do is.
But it's like any interaction, really, any human interaction. If the people are polite and you
Carry on,
you generally get on better.
All right, I'll hold you to that. My mate Cheesy said, if I'm nice to you guys,
just name drop him.
13 24 10. Oh, what do you want to ask the cops? We are probing the popo here on Nova. Your calls are next. It's my favourite segment.
That's the sound of the police. You better start talking. Jason Lawrence.
Answer me!
Probe the Popo.
Tell me what you know.
We love the Victorian Police. We get different areas in every couple of weeks and every
telling
fortnight.
you you're wrong. You're wrong.
We catch up with Superintendent Wayne Cheeseman. Cheesy is in the house.
You're wrong.
Cheese, you're about
I've been berating him for years, and you're here to settle it for us.
Hopefully I can settle it.
All right. So 13 24 10 is our number.
I hope you're wrong.
I think you're dreaming. 13 24 10 if you have a question regarding the Victorian Police. There is a debate Clint and I have had for a long time because I'm outraged to find out that sometimes when the Prime Minister's coming in, he can't skip the red lights. Like Albo said.
So when I was in South Australia, we did a charity bike ride from Adelaide to Melbourne, and as we got a police escort out of Adelaide in the early hours of Sunday morning, we had a policeman who was changing the lights for us. So we got a beautiful avenue of green lights as we eased our way out of town.
Ask the question, Clint.
True or false? Is there some sort of gadget or contraption that can change the flow of traffic lights?
So you in your police car with like a special garage remote.
Please say yes.
Can beep a button and change the lights.
We do have an ability to change the lights.
Yes! Yes!
Hang on. Is it a button?
Get
or
that
is
up
it like,
here, Jase.
Hang on.
Get it up here.
Or is it like you got a radio?
Thank
the
you,
tower.
Jase.
The tower's got a radio.
There's no tower.
You have the ability in the police car to change the lights.
Well, we have traffic management plans. So for dignitaries who need to get somewhere without being disturbed or disrupted, like the Prime Minister, we can facilitate either through Vic Road to the lights, or we have our own ability to access the control boxes.
From in the car.
Oh, well, we used to. Anyway, I think we still do. Whereas we can change the sequence of the lights. Yes.
Thank you. Anyway, would you like to say,
Follow-up
I'm
question?
sorry, Clint Stanaway?
Can I borrow the button?
Jase,
I apologise.
can you say, I was wrong?
I was wrong.
Thank you. Can someone isolate that grab for me? You will never hear that ever again.
All right, let's go to the phones. I want the button.
I love you, Cheesy.
Olivia, good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
We're good. You're on the line with Cheesy. What's your question?
So if you're in traffic, say on the freeway, and it's banked up and you're doing 10 k's an hour, is it illegal to be doing your makeup?
Olivia, I'm not 100% sure, but my answer to that would be if the car is moving while you're doing makeup, probably not a great idea because you're distracted from the driving. If you were stopped at a traffic light and you needed to just put a bit of blush on or lipstick or whatever, I think that would be perfectly fine.
I was wondering which makeup.
I don't believe it's illegal if the car was had stopped, but I will double check that, and next time I come on, I'll clarify
Bit of a
for
lip
you.
smacker at the lights.
Yeah, it's very common.
Yeah.
It's very common.
Apparently.
Can you get done for eating while driving?
No.
Right. Even like a souvlaki?
No, I think a lot of people eat and have a can of Coke in the car.
There was a story about a woman she was on a current affair and she was eating a Magnum, and they mistook the Magnum for a phone.
All right, let's go to Kylie. Kylie, what's your question for Cheesy?
Oh, good morning. It's not really a question as such. It's more of a statement. We love you, Cheesy.
Oh!
My husband and my brother are in the police force, and I just wanted to say thank you for just talking so logically just about how police operate. I just feel like there is such negative stigma at the moment with police, and even when I have to talk about my husband and what he does for a job, I have to be really careful as to who I'm talking to, I feel, to say that he's in the police force because of that negativity. So just with the way that you talk and explain things, it's very much appreciated because they do such a good job, and every day
Kylie.
They go to work and you just never know what they're going to deal with. So I think thank you.
Thanks so much, Kylie. I think police are normal people as well, so it's really refreshing to hear that we have support out in the community. I think people see us often as a negative aspect of, or attached to a negative aspect of society. We're out there trying our best, and in relation to just speaking normally, probably like most people, I hate the police speak. I'm probably incorrect or improper a number of times, but I think it's really important to engage with the community in a normal way.
Kylie,
100%.
can I here's your chance. Like, how proud are you of those in your family who are police officers?
Oh, you probably hear the emotion in my voice. They're both so dedicated. Often, like I've got 3 kids, often we miss out on things because he's out there doing what needs to be done.
Yeah.
And it is scary, like some of the jobs that he goes to. And yeah.
I can hear that emotion in your voice, Kylie.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, mate, thank you for your call. That's very nice. Anytime I talk to someone, if they go, oh, I had to run in with this cop, I'm like, well, were you a bit of a knob towards them? Like, hats off to you, mate. I think it'd be a tough job to do. in 2025.
It's a tough job, but it's a really satisfying job. And to Kylie, I thank your husband and your son for their contribution as well. It's terrific, and it's a great job. Tell them that. It's always a great job.
I think I'll just stick to hand out Teddy Swims tickets to playing Justin Bieber.
Have we got one more?
Yep.
Mark, good morning.
Good morning, legends. How are we?
We are good. What's your question for Cheesy?
How do you score the cream jobs of being at like the grand final instead of being in Cranbourne? You know.
You mean just like one of the cops standing around the edge at the G on grand final day?
Yeah, I was there on Saturday for the Essendon Adelaide game, and I'm like, oh, how cool would that job be? Just being at the AFL.
Patrolling on Melbourne Cup Day.
Until you got to throw yourself on some nude streaker.
It's often resourced locally depending on the venue.
Right.
But in addition to that, we have a voluntary duties list. So it's basically an overtime list that people can apply, and then there's a selection from that list. So,
but are they getting paid to be there?
Yes, they get overtime. Right. So it's a combination of both voluntary duties. People can ask to be rostered at these particular events.
Yep.
And then resource locally is just part of their normal business as usual.
Yeah, right.
Cheese, who do you barrack for?
Mighty Blues.
You seen many Blues matches? Sorry about that, by the way.
Yeah, mate.
Seen many Blues matches recently?
I went to Richmond.
Did you? Oh, how was it?
Working or just viewing?
No, I went with all my mates who were predominantly Greek, and we sat in the we sat in the Richmond members, and it was a hard day.
Yeah, I bet.
Did you feel like arresting every Carlton player on the list?
Yeah. The cable tie, the lot of you.
Oh, there's something amiss there, unfortunately.
Superintendent Wayne Cheeseman joining us on the air as part of our Probe the Popo. Cheesy, good to see you, mate. We'll see you in a couple of weeks.
No, really nice to see you both.
Good morning, Melbourne. Hey, we are minus Loz this morning. It's just Clint and I, but let's go to Keilor Downs.
Kerry Ann, good morning.
Hello, Kerry Ann.
Hello, how are you?
We are good. As Lauren would say, you are here to keep the boys in line this morning.
Yes, you are the chosen one. What are you up to right now?
Just driving to work.
Oh, what do you do with yourself?
I work in early intervention.
Oh, do you have kids yourself?
I do have children.
Oh, that's a double whammy, isn't it?
Early intervention.
Looking after your own and others.
Okay.
Well, I'll tell you what, just for getting through, you can escape the ordinary at Tessala Kabloom Festival of Flowers. It's the ultimate family day out. Open daily. Kids 16 and under are free. You can get tickets from kabloom.com.au. I'll tell you what, I'm going to hook you up with 2 tickets, a night's accommodation, and a little wine tour.
How good's that?
Oh, wow,
just for calling through.
Much.
But
that's so good.
But we want you, Kerry Ann, to win some cash this morning. The big question I've got for you: do you want to play for $50? An easy question, a medium question for $500, or a difficult question for $5,000?
What are we doing?
I'm going to go with a medium question.
Okay,
good call.
$500.
All right. How this works: Clint will ask the question. You will get 3 seconds to answer. You have to answer in that time to score the money. Are you ready to go?
Yes, hopefully.
Okay.
This question has a bit of a twist. So
okay.
listen hard. For $500, Kerry Ann, who sings this song?
I can buy myself flowers. 3, 2.
Miley Cyrus.
You got it!
Yes!
Money's yours!
Thank you so much.
You've won
$500.
That's so good. Thank you so much.
And
it's so good.
A cheeky little weekend away at Tessala Kabloom Festival. You enjoy.
Thank you so much, guys.
No dramas. Oh.
Hey, what a way to start your Wednesday, Kerry Ann.
I know, it's great. I'm so excited.
God, hasn't your mood shifted? You can tell.
It's so good.
Hey, mate, enjoy and have a great day. Thanks for playing, all right?
You too. Thanks so much.
No worries. Still to come this morning, your chance to win your way to Gather Round. We are doing a little family trip. You're listening out for the footy horn.
Jase, also coming up next, I've got a confession. I've been talking to your wife, and I've got something to reveal to you and Melbourne.
My worlds are colliding.
Jase, you're a little nervous right now because before the break, I teased to Melbourne that I'd been speaking to your wife.
Now, my wife knows you guys.
Yeah.
Sometimes we go to social occasions together.
Sometimes.
But I feel like my worlds are colliding.
Well, and you should feel nervous. Because in speaking to your wife, she revealed something to me which I found quite extraordinary.
You've got audio here for me.
I've got audio. Now,
play.
And how do you feel? Because this is like a bit of a role reversal. Usually it's you doing this to us.
That's correct, Clint.
There's been a power shift, and I love it. I love it, Jase. So I've got the audio. I'm happy for you to hear it.
Can you just tell me what area are we playing in here?
Well, it's a big reveal. She's got something to tell you. You ready?
So after being blindsided by Jason one too many times, I've told him I've got something coming. He doesn't know what it is, but he will know when it gets here. It is something that I'm very excited about, and I know the kids are going to be really excited about, but I'm not sure how Jason is going to feel about it. It will be arriving just in time for the Easter long weekend, and it is a gold.
Oh, okay.
We've got a little bit to unpack.
Have you heard what was unbeeped?
Have I what?
So you know.
I know. Jase, I just a couple of questions. What have you done to deserve this, by the way?
Okay, so
she says that you've been blindsiding her.
For a bit of context, a couple of weeks ago, I purchased the Ninja Slushy machine.
Okay.
I didn't ask Lou for permission. She was out. I was at home with the 3-year-old. I looked at Archie and said, Archie, I think I'm going to buy the Ninja Slushy machine. Is it a bad financial decision?
Well, he can only say yes or no. He's 3 years of age.
He didn't put up a fight, so I went and bought it.
Okay. That's fine for me. What else have you bought without her permission?
That day when she got home, I said, please don't be mad. I bought the Ninja Slushy machine. Lou looked at me and said, well, you can't be mad because I've ordered something. And she's hung that over my head for the last 2 weeks.
Have you got form here, though? What else have you bought without her permission?
During lockdown, I bought the boat.
Well, that'll do it to you.
Keep in mind, it was peak lockdown, and fishing was classed as exercise. So I bought a tinny.
So
when
she
was
bought
out.
something, or got something without your permission. 13/24/10. I want to ask Melbourne, what have you bought without your husband or wife's permission?
There was the other week when Lou went
something else.
Lou went away to Sydney, and I was in charge of the boys. And my 8-year-old wanted to drop his life savings on a claw machine.
You're just reckless. You're worse than a child.
And Lou came home and was like, why is there a full arcade claw machine in our front living room? Not lights up. Ding, 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 ding.
Well,
the kids call me the man child.
You bloody are. This is like payback. This is payback for Lou.
So you know what it is.
I know what it is. And it's...
How do you think I'll react?
I'm excited. I don't think.
Will I like it or
I don't
not?
think you're going to be that excited.
Oh, it's not mess, is it?
Well,
she said the kids are going to be excited.
I don't want to reveal too much. 13/24/10 Melbourne. What have you bought without your partner's permission?
Is it something for the kids to use?
Stop talking. We'll get to the bottom of it next.
Is it the Thermomix? I really want to.
It's not a Thermomix. Sorry.
Is it something that will bring me joy?
It'll bring a lot of people joy, yeah.
13/24/10.
Oh, you're so anxious. You got no control.
I don't like not knowing things.
Surprise.
Is it expensive?
Jase,
Because I
13/24/10.
went back through the bank statements and I can't see what card
You
put
would
it
do.
on.
You are
I
so
can't see which card
forensic.
she's put it on. 13/24/10. What have you bought without permission?
2 words, Revo Fitness. Here's a few more. Simple, 24/7, Reformer Pilates, body scanners, massage chairs, squat racks, free weights, pin and plate loaded equipment, no lock-in contracts, no bullshit. All of that and more from just $9.69 a week. That's surprisingly affordable. Join now at Revo Fitness Scarborough or download the Revo Fitness app. RevoFitness.com.au or find the Revo Fitness app in the App Store.
Morning. This is Nova 100. You are on the air with Jase and Lauren. We're doing it thanks to Shell Ready Express. We're minus Loz this morning. She is off for the day. Clint and I are here, and coming up, at some point, Clint will blast the footy horn. When he does, you give us a ring, and if you get through, you're on the you're not even on the standby list. You're on the plane,
You're going.
and you're coming with us to gather round.
Yeah, we're mobilising our own sort of cheer squad, I guess you could say, made up of various supporters from various clubs.
We're doing a family holiday.
We are.
We've got some Pies fans already locked in. I'm sitting next to them on
Got
the plane.
some Hawkers as well.
So we're covering flights. We're all staying at the same hotel. We're going to the game together. It's going to be a ripping weekend. So as soon as you hear that horn, get on the phone.
I need some supporters from the Demon and brethren to join us. 132410, we're asking, what did you buy without your partner's permission? This is all born out of the fact that Jase is very anxious because I played some audio from Jase's beautiful wife, Lou, who almost revealed what she has got without Jase knowing. It's set to arrive very shortly. What do you think it is?
I checked the bank statements and I can't
You
see.
checked the bank
I can't see anything that she's purchased. So
that's how paranoid you are. You've been forensically checking the bank statements. Is there any other little surprises you stumbled across?
No.
Does she check the
anyway
as well?
The thing that's concerning me is
Lou,
I feel
check the bank
like
statements.
it's going to be something where it's like we've been handed down from another family. Because I don't like.
I'm not going to give it away, but
I just don't like crap around the house, and I feel like it's because you said it's something that the kids are going to like. It's going to be summer.
Well, it's. I think it's universally liked, to be honest.
Well, I like it.
132410. What have you bought without permission? Heidi, good morning.
Good morning. How are you going, guys?
I was doing great, Hides, but now that I know that someone's trash is on the way to my joint, I'm not feeling great.
No power, Heidi, and he hates it. Hey, tell me, what have you bought without someone's permission?
I bought an antenna for our house for my husband so he could watch the Grand Prix because the antenna we had wasn't great. And I got in trouble because the wog that he said, you could have gotten it cheaper.
Did you use Mr. Antenna?
He wasn't happy with his clear signal. He was just gutted that you didn't get a good deal.
Just a simple thanks would be nice.
Linda and Seafood, good morning. What'd you buy without permission?
Morning, guys. I bought 2.5 acres.
We've got one.
I thought we'd get like some sort of property.
2.5 acres. I don't know how big that is. How talk to me about sort of
big.
Like what are we?
Yeah, 10,000 square metres.
Oh, geez.
You know how your neighbour's walls touch your wall?
Yeah.
It's bigger than that. So talk me through.
He was at golf on a Saturday.
Oh, that serves him right.
Yeah,
Linda.
Yeah, correct. And he's a builder, so I thought I'd give him something to do as opposed to playing golf.
He could build a golf course on the 2.5 acres. So run me through it. Did you go out looking for land? Were you guys even talking about it?
We'd always wanted 2.5 acres, and this particular Saturday I'd seen it, so I went and saw the agent.
Great.
And then we met at my parents' house after his golf ran. I told him, you better crack a beer and sit down because I've done something rash.
How did he take it? Yeah, how did he take it?
Oh, he was cool.
What did you chuck on it?
Well, he built a garage to start with, and we lived in the garage while he built the rest of the house.
Because that's all they could afford at that point. She dropped all the money on the land.
Yeah, correct.
Well done, Linda. Lydia from Fairfield, good morning.
Hi, good morning, guys.
I will point out so far it's all ladies buying
Yeah, I know. How good is it?
What have you purchased?
Yeah, confession time.
Without permission.
Well, it wasn't me, but it was my husband. He bought a chicken.
Oh, no. See, I'm sorry. I think animals are a group discussion. Lou better not be rolling in a goat or anything like that. We better not be inheriting
Well, you're a
someone's
reptile family
No,
already.
we got a lizard. I'm not inheriting a dog. So
Yeah.
a chicken.
Yeah, he brought a chicken, brought it home on a train in a box.
Sorry, on a train?
Yeah.
Why? What was his reasoning?
He got the chicken from a mate at work.
There you go. Hand me down.
Yep. And hand-me-down chicken.
Does it
and
lay
then
eggs?
he thought we want a chicken, which we didn't want a chicken. And his strategic came home just before the kids went to bed so they could see the chicken. And they named the chicken. And we had to get rid of the chicken because the chicken was attacking the kids and our dog.
Yeah, please tell me you just sent it to another home, Lydia. You know.
Yeah, we took it to another farm.
Right.
Good, because
I feel like chicken
there are other avenues open.
Chicken tonight.
Ah, geez. Kat from Berwick. Hello.
Good morning, guys. Love the show.
Thank you, Kat. What have you bought without permission?
I bought a house.
Oh, don't.
This really...
So you're married. You're married.
This rattles me.
Married, yes. So hubby was at work on a Saturday. I was out doing house inspections. Didn't like a whole bunch of ones that I saw, but the very last one, I loved it, so I bought it.
Okay, so...
He got home realising.
All right, so he was aware you guys were in the property market, right?
Yes, he was aware we were on the hunt.
Right, okay. And and how did the conversation go when you told him?
He was a little bit shocked, a little bit surprised, He was happy. A little bit of a question mark on whether I had made the right call, but we had... Yeah, go on.
Kat, I mean, when was the first time he saw it, and did he like it?
A week later. Yes, he did like it. Not sure that he's happy with the amount of gardening maintenance that's required.
Yeah,
but
right.
Overall, he loves the house.
Yeah, right.
Jeez. So there you go. So you got 2.5 acres. You got a house, a chicken.
You can't blow up. The contracts are signed.
No. Well, maybe your contracts have been signed already as well, Jase.
As long as it's not an animal. I got 3 kids, a lizard, and a wife. I can't take anything else in that house. Or it can have my room.
Is there a pecking order? What do you treasure most?
I'm right down the bottom. That's the order, mate. Right across Melbourne. This is Nova 100. Good morning. You are on the air with Jase and Lauren, although we are minus Loz this morning. Poor thing is off for the day. You got Clint and I. A little bit of cloud around today. We are going for tops of 22. And guys, we are heading to the footy.
Get in on all the 2025 AFL Gather Round and South Australia have to offer. It's a festival of footy and South Australia is ready. Visit gatherround.afl. Jason Lawrence, Jet to Gather Round.
I want you to take me to Gather Round. I want you to take me to Gather Round.
That's exactly what we're going to do. We are loading up a plane full of Nova 100 listeners. We're all meeting. We're all meeting at the airport.
Oh, not the airport.
The airport.
But the good news is the airport's going to take us to the promised land. The promised land being Adelaide for Gather Round. The footy festival. It is the ultimate footy festival. We've already got some Hawkers on the plane. We've got some Your Brethren. We've got some Collingwood supporters on the plane. Who else should we put on the plane, Jase?
No, I'd just be happy with some more Pie supporters.
No.
All right, let's go to the phones. Now, we'll point out, this isn't you're on the standby list. This is you're on the plane.
This is we are going. Pack your bags for Gather Round.
Nikki?
Yes?
You're coming to Gather Round.
Oh my God, really?
Yep.
Really?
Oh, wow.
You're on the plane with us.
Oh my God. Oh, it's sold out, the match, Jenny.
Oh.
I can't believe it.
This is actually money can't buy experiences.
Mate, the city's sold out. Trying to get accommodation at the moment.
No, Adelaide. I was there a couple of weeks ago when the Fringe Festival was on, and it was packed.
Yeah.
I am so keen to go back.
Okay, so Nikki, here's the big question. Who do you barrack for?
Doggy.
Okay, no, that's good.
Doggies are right.
We're going to mix bag. We're going to. Who do you want to bring?
One of my best friends.
Oh God, Girls Gone Wild.
Yeah. Girls, there's a few wineries in Adelaide.
Do you know what? Lauren hasn't stopped talking about the wineries. So you and Lauren can toddle off to the wineries and we'll go to the footy.
I have a feeling Nikki and Lauren are going to be a bad combination.
Sounds like the perfect combination to me, Jase.
Nikki, am I putting you down for a window, an aisle, or a middle seat?
I'm a window girl.
I'm a window girl as well.
All right. Oh, you don't know how right that statement is. Hey, Nikki, we will see you at the airport.
Oh, see you there, Jase.
No worries.
Bye, see ya, and
bye,
Lauren.
Nikki.
We're all under Lauren's name. We're all getting into the lounge.
Oh, yes. Can you imagine that? The awkwardness. How many guests? 40 odd?
Can you just swipe your frequent flyer card again for us, Loz? Oh, Nikki and her friends are here. If you swipe again. All of us with our little mini bowls of soup.
Oh, yeah.
Preloading before the flight.
I like an airport lounge for the food. I don't mind it.
Where do you sit on a neck pillow on a flight to Adelaide?
Yeah, fine.
Okay.
Do what makes you comfortable, Jase. The blanket's probably a bit much.
If you're in front, don't even think about reclining that chair. It's a quick flight. We are heading to Gather Round.
Yes.
It's fast becoming my favourite weekend on the AFL calendar as
cool.
well. So get in on all the 2025 AFL Gather Round and South Australian action. They've got a heap to offer. It's a festival of footy and South Australia is ready. Visit gatherround.afl and be listening tomorrow and next week because we're offloading a trip a day here on Nova. I'm off to the skate park later.
Oh, no, you're not. Why? You're not. Please tell me you're supervising children.
No, I'm just going to go do a few ollies and...
On what? What are you doing ollies on? Don't.
I'm taking Archie, my 3-year-old, to there's a big skate park there in
So
Bentley.
what's he on? Some sort of scooter?
He's on like a little razor
scooter. And what
scooter.
are you taking? You're walking, hopefully.
Yeah, I'm walking.
You are not to go anywhere near. What do you call it? A bowl?
Yeah, it's a bowl.
You would look ridiculous.
I'll just be chatting with the teenagers about getting air and whatever they do at a skate
thank you.
park. Hey, Loz has been off today. Clint and I have been holding the fort. Big shout out to Lozzie.
Yes.
Hope she's doing okay and hopefully back tomorrow on Nova.
And now, I've enjoyed today's show.
It's been a bit of fun.
It has been a lot of fun because every now and then you get proved right.
Here we go.
And I feel seen, I feel heard, I feel validated because we were having an argument with our good friend Superintendent Cheese from the Victoria Police, who is a fantastic man. He's gone up in my estimations as well, because you didn't believe that the police had a little contraption that changed the lights for VIPs, for whoever. They can change them from green to red.
You and I have had an argument for a number
green.
of years about a special button. And I didn't believe that the cops have the ability, when they're inside the police
To
car,
change the sequence.
to change the sequence of traffic lights.
Wayne, he told us
they do.
I was right, and you said
I was wrong.
Just play it again for me.
I was wrong.
It's just like
is that in your ringtone?
It's
I was wrong. Oh, that'll be the phone. I was wrong.
Thank you for being a friend.
I want the button.
You don't get the button.
I want the button.
You can play that as much as you want, though. That little bit of audio.
Hey, that is it. We are out of here. Have a great day, Melbourne.
It's sort of like, you know what? It's the sort of weather where you get stuff done.
No, it's the sort of weather where you chill on the couch, Clint.
I'm gonna get some stuff done. This
no,
afternoon.
absolutely not.
Maybe a little massage in there as well.
Mel Tracina is in next. You going to Westfield to get a little?
Oh yeah, maybe.
Have you done a float?
I haven't done one recently.
You need to, but you've done one in the past. The salt floats where you lay there and you're just like, that's it.
It's weird.
It is weird because you're in darkness.
But did you sleep?
Yeah, I'm out to it.
Yeah, I am too. And then you wake up.
Do you go nude in the float?
Absolutely, you go nude.
The
and
only
that
problem
in itself is strange, isn't
there's
it?
so much salt in the water that if you get like a little scratch on your head and you go to scratch it, then you get the salt in the eyes. Yeah, it's a real.
It's meant to mimic being in the
Red Sea.
No, you think about it. When you're born...
Oh, in the womb?
In the womb.
That's what it's like in the womb.
Yeah, well, apparently. I can't remember.
They play Enya, and they've got little stars on the roof. That's what it's like in the womb.
You have a shower afterwards.
Have a great day, everyone. Mel Tracina's in next. We'll see you tomorrow on Nova. Bye.
Thank you for being a friend. It's gonna be a good day.
Jason Lauren.
Wake up feeling good.
On Nova 100.
Jason Lauren.
Follow them on socials.
2 words, Revo Fitness. Here's a few more. Simple, 24/7, Reformer Pilates, body scanners, massage chairs, squat racks, free weights, pin and plate loaded equipment, no lock-in contracts, no bullshit. All of that and more from just $9.69 a week. That's surprisingly affordable. Join now at Revo Fitness Mount Hawthorn or download the Revo Fitness app. RevoFitness.com.au or find the Revo Fitness app in the App Store.